Hello boys and girls, welcome back to the channel. My name is Timmy, and in this episode I would like to try to make a masterpiece here, just like Michelangelo or something like that, maybe close to it. So what are we talking about here? We are talking about the fact that each and every one of us needs a little game. Yeah, for the few hours you have per day or per week. Now in this case, if you are a fan of battle games, yeah, then yeah, stick to the channel, stick to the video, and hear me out. So in order to test, we want to test TOPWAR, yeah, and we want to test it against 3 other games. Now there are even more games out there, but with these 3 extra games I have experience with, and I can highlight you the differences. Ne? So when it comes down to evaluating a war game versus a war game, yeah, I kind of figure out 4 points of view. First of all, it's the troops. Yeah, how the troops they are behaving, how you train them, how you use them, how you lose them, and so on. This is very important because without the troops, you cannot play a battle game. This is simple as that. The second point of view are the events. So how many events each game actually offering us and what's kind of better. Now, when we come down to the point number 3 and the point number 4, these are more or less kind of obvious, and I will also highlight it during this video. So that being said, the point number 3, it's actually how free-to-play friendly are these games versus TOPWAR. And of course, the point number 4 is the graphic. And the graphic, it's a kind of a difficult point of view. You either hate it or you love it. Yeah. So that being said, let's jump directly into it. So that without further delays, let's jump directly into the first point, which are the troops. Yeah. Now these 3 games we're comparing TOPWAR with are actually older. Yeah, more or less older, and they actually have a different system, and we want to highlight that. Yeah. So from all these 3 games, except TOPWAR, actually the highest account I have here is the Guns of Glory, but the system is the same with the Rise of Kingdoms and also with the State of Survival. So that being said, in these war games, actually the troops can have actually three possible ways of being. Yeah, one of them is training, one of them is healing, and yeah, one of them is kind of having them and using them. Yeah. Now, exactly directly at this point, TOPWAR has added a 4th status, and the status is called units demotion, demoting units. Yeah. So now this may not sound like much, but when it comes down to a war game, and you guys know a bit TOPWAR, having units, regardless of the level more or less, actually still allows you to actually play the game. Help your server, start bashing on a tower which has no reinforcements in it, and try to help to take it down. So from this point of view, I must add right here that TOPWAR has a plus, a huge one, comparing to these 3 games. Now let's have a look at how you train. Now, we have this new solution from TOPWAR, which is actually, to be honest, very, very free-to-play friendly. Because here in TOPWAR, you actually have only one building of the same unit type, and you can actually only train a few units or troops, however you want to call it, up to a certain amount of time. In TOPWAR, now we have to count this as a plus for TOPWAR. There's no way around it, yeah? Because on TOPWAR, you can put many more barracks down, and you can actually tune this down to train like actually 2 or 3 units parallel. And to be honest, in numbers, that means, I mean, if you get like kind of wiped in a SVS, which is every 2 weeks, it's safe to say that within a week, if you're an active player and just log in every day, you should have a full base of units ready for the next event. Now, if we look in this type of games, I'm not going to highlight this also in these other games. Let's have a look. Before we look at this, for those of you which actually play this game, you're going to see me using actually a very good gear to actually speed up my training. Yeah, so on top of it, yeah. And not to mention, yeah, did I mention that? I actually using also the balance setup in order to push that even more. So I want to show you the real numbers. So when we look here, I can train 3,574 units every 2 days for free. Now, let's give them something. I can train infantry, I can train distance, and I can train cavalry. It's the same like basically Top War. So that being said, I actually can train 3 times 3,574 units every 2 days and 10 hours for free. So good so far, yeah? Now, my march in this game, my march in this game with buffs, it's 915,000, yeah? So 950,000. That means in this game and in these 3 games, if I was to build the units back in order to be able to fight only a single march, not 5, not 4, not 3, a single march, I would need a whopping 200 days for free. And why is it that? This is not a bug. This is how professional milking, cash milking companies work like. And comparing to them, Top War are just simply tourists. Yeah, they are not pushing this. These games are pushing this. Yeah, so let's just add a slightly fine important information for the free-to-play players out there. So in case you're playing these kind of games, either these 3 or Top War, yeah, let's say it will happen very often that you're kind of gonna forget to bubble, yeah. Now here in this game you have 4 type of resources. Yeah, you see it upstairs. You have food, wood, iron, silver, or whatever they are called. There are 4 type of them. In Top War you have only 2. We're not counting the Ordinium, yeah? So if somebody attacks you, not only that you lose all the troops for a battle game, yeah? You actually lose all the resources. And on top of that, if you look when it comes down to upgrade, yeah? The resources amount are just hilarious, and we are not even counting the speed ups, yeah? This is how professional milking cash companies are actually working at their best. And that's not Top War. These are these companies, yeah?